Afternoon, continuing to monitor those river levels out there. We've got a lot of warnings, more overland flood advisories in the northern valley in the deeper green. And then, of course, we've got aerial flood warnings and river flood warnings also in effect in the brighter green up and down the Red River and its tributaries. So continuing to deal with overland flooding, those ice jam issues that Rose just reported at the top of the show. So this is going to last for some time, and it's getting worse for some of us. Basically, Fargo and north of Fargo, I should say. We're still watching those rivers rise. And you could check river levels at valleynewslive.com. Head to our weather page, and the VNL weather app as well has access to all of the river levels throughout the valley to keep an eye on things where you are. The wind pretty strong, pushing out of the north, maybe pushing some of that water back a little bit, at least at the surface. We're looking at a gust of 26 miles per hour in Fargo and some cold air moving in with this. I showed you that many of us are 20 degrees colder right now than we were yesterday, so you're probably really feeling the chill. We're at 30 right now in Fargo, 28 in Grand Forks, so really struggling even to get to the freezing mark for some of us right now. And the cloud cover around the valley, especially in southeastern North Dakota, also preventing some warm up happening. So we've got a couple of things happening here. This is our visible satellite loop. You can see some clouds streaming in from the north. That's that cold air moving closer to the surface from behind that cold front that passed through. And then overhead, some bigger, higher clouds, a bigger storm system moving eastward, and that combination really bringing us some gray skies for the south. And you can see some rain with that over in western North Dakota, down into South Dakota. That will largely stay at bay for us, but that's where we'll start to see more and more development as we head into tomorrow for that next storm system. So here's a look at our afternoon planner. Expect to see temperatures really struggling. In fact, I'm wondering if we will see 40 degrees in Fargo because we're so cool right now. Keep that in mind. You'll need that extra layer today. And then tomorrow into the day, I should say tomorrow night into the day on Thursday and early Friday morning, you may need your snow shovel again. Hopefully you haven't put away your snow blowers in the southern valley and over to the east. We've got that winter storm watch in blue. Again, it starts Wednesday night, tomorrow night, for southern parts of the viewing area. Fargo not quite included in this, though we have the potential for some snow, and then a blizzard warning farther south. So Traverse County, Roberts County, and down into Marshall County and South Dakota included in the blizzard warning. So here's a look at this system in your hour-by-hour planner. This is at 5 o'clock Wednesday evening. You can see we're getting that snow really developing in South Dakota as this low really starts to crank up. And zooming in as we head into Wednesday night, the snow tries to lift northward, but largely, at least at this point in time, we're looking at that staying in the very far south. But heading through the day Wednesday, as this moves to the northeast, we see more of these snow bands lifting farther and farther to the north and west. So more into Lakes Country during Thursday, and eventually we see that push into Fargo potentially, and heading into Bemidji as well, and some pockets of heavier snowfall. So that could really start to add up in some of these areas heading into Thursday night, and even perhaps lingering into Friday morning. Some strong winds with this too, and that's why there's a concern for blizzard conditions. So our forecast models continue to shift this a little farther northward. We're seeing some model run consistency here indicating that this may be something that pans out for us in the southern valley. Fargo right on the edge of about 3 inches of snow potentially. Keep in mind this will likely change as the storm develops and shifts, but to the south and east we could see that 6, maybe even up to 10 to 12 inch range for some of our viewers in the far south and east. If you're up by Devil's Lake along the Canadian border, you may not see much of anything at all. So this is a dynamic situation for us here Thursday and into Friday. So we'll have the latest for you as it gets closer. So another last blast of winter here. We hoped we were done, but
because we haven't had enough so far this year.
I know, right? I know. It's been a crazy winter.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. Straight ahead.